Hi everyone, welcome to Learning is Fun with Miss. In today's lesson, we will learn about character analysis. Character analysis is a way to use clues from the story to learn more about the characters. It is important because it helps us understand the story and the people in it. It helps make the people in the story real and more interesting. Character analysis. In order to analyze your characters in a story, readers can use a lot of information included in the story to better understand a character. Sometimes the author will directly state a character's traits, and other times the reader has to infer what they are. Readers can infer character traits by analyzing the following. Actions. What does the character do? Do they follow the rules? How does the character treat the other characters in the story? What can you infer from the character's actions? Dialogue. What are the words the characters are saying? Does the character talk the same to all the characters? What do the words reveal about his or her personality? Feelings. How does the character feel about the events and other characters in the story? Why do you think the character feels that way? Do the feelings change? Thoughts. What internal dialogue does the author include? What type of things does the character think about? Why does the author share this with the reader? Character traits. A character trait is a word that describes a character's personality. They can be inferred by analyzing. Feelings. In the first chapter, Raul is worried about having to spend the day with a cousin he has never met. A few chapters later, Raul feels extremely nervous as he is about to start the school year in a new school. I can infer that Raul is shy. Actions. Rachel's younger sister is diagnosed with cancer. When the chemotherapy treatments make her sister sick, Rachel spends hours at her bedside reading to her. When her sister loses her hair, Rachel voluntarily shaves her head to support her sister. I can infer that Rachel is caring. Dialogue. Holly and Katie are working together on a project. They have different ideas on how to best complete the project. Holly ends the discussion by telling Katie how silly her idea is and by saying, "We have to do it my way." Later, Holly orders her mom to drive her to the store to buy her some supplies. I can infer that Holly is bossy or rude. Thoughts. The book begins with Spencer planning a prank he's going to play on one of his classmates. His teacher is not impressed by his prank, and Spencer ends up in after school detention. However, instead of doing homework during that hour, he spends the time planning his next prank. I can infer that Spencer is mischievous. Remember, a character trait is different from a word that describes a character's emotion, such as sad, or appearance, such as tall. So remember that character traits can be inferred by analyzing feelings, actions, dialogue, and thoughts. Let's look at a few more examples based on feelings. When Seth saw the pile of junk, a feeling of excitement bubbled up inside him. He couldn't wait to begin building the object he was imagining. We can infer that Seth is creative based on actions. Brandon glanced at his math assignment and sighed. It would take too long to do these five-story problems. He quickly scribbled some random numbers on the lines and slammed his book shut. Done. We can infer that Brandon is lazy. Dialogue. This is how we're going to split the work, Daniela said sternly. I'll work on the poster while you two work on what we're going to say for the presentation. We can infer that Daniela is bossy. Based on thoughts, Kelly wondered what would happen if she told her dad that her mom said the sleepover was okay, and if she told her dad that her mom had already approved the sleepover. Kelly grinned. I think it'll work. We can infer that Kelly is devious. In today's lesson, we learned about character analysis.